What you're about to hear is going to shock you to the very core. And if you're currently trading either Forex or binary options, then you need to stop right now because you are being exploited. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly how the top banks in America, the UK and beyond are rigging the trading markets to ensure that you are doomed to fail. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can finally start using the tool that these greedy bankers use to make yourself not 1 million, not 5 million, not even 10 million, but $20 million, absolutely free of charge, and absolutely no knowledge or experience necessary. So forget all the lies that you've heard before, because this is something far more serious. And you are directly involved here. The next few minutes will decide whether you continue to lose on the trading markets or become a multi-millionaire within just months. In November 2013, US Attorney General Eric Holder Jr. finally uncovered a secret that bankers had known for years. The largest banks of the US, the UK and the Western world have formed a cartel in which the prices of foreign currencies are fixed and then ruthlessly exploited by a series of trades flooding the market, raising the costs of currency for clients, but aiding the bank's own investments. Just 2 months ago, UK Chancellor George Osborne announced that the UK government also planned an investigation and crackdown on such practices. But the reality is that this is just the tip of the iceberg, and that no matter what the governments of the Western world intend to do, the banks will continue to rig the markets and continue to make huge profits at your expense. Thing is, I know because I've been there. And no, before you ask, I'm not going to sell you some BS story about how I went from rags to riches with the help of some secret software that I mustered out of thin air. Truth is, I've had a good life. Great family, great education, I've been lucky. And at the ripe old age of 22, I found my way onto the trading floor of one of the biggest banks in the City of London. I'd always been interested in the financial markets, it was my dream job. And at first, I must admit, I really enjoyed it. The bulls, the bears, the drama of the city, it all gave me a real buzz. But it didn't take long for me to see what was really going on behind closed doors, both in the city and on Wall Street. And it didn't take long to see the corruption, exploitation, and manipulation that was making the banks richer and richer, and the normal everyday trader poorer and poorer. And the most incredible thing, these guys are able to manipulate the markets automatically. Let me explain. A few years ago, the vast majority of the big banks and trading floors on Wall Street and beyond were able to tap into a technological breakthrough which allowed them to create a series of softwares that not only fixed market prices on their behalf, but did so in a way which is guaranteed that they would be able to make huge instant profits whenever a price was fixed. The software literally does it all for them in a 3-step process. Step 1, enter the trade. Step 2, fix the price. Step 3, exit the trade and cash in. And with easy access to binary options trading, the banks were able to increase these automatic profits tenfold. The worst bit though, was that all of these profits, all of this dirty money, was going into the pockets of these greedy bankers. It made me sick. I'd had enough of the corruption, the greed, the exploitation. I wanted out. But first, I wanted to get my hands on just one of the multi-million-dollar softwares that the bank was running. I wanted that money for me. I wanted that money for my family, my friends. I wanted that money for normal, decent people like you. Now, naturally, this wasn't going to be easy. The bank's software were not exactly freely accessible to lowly junior bankers like me, but I had a plan. One of the few guys that I considered to be a friend at the bank was an extremely influential member of the IT team. He, like I, must remain nameless for security purposes, but between us, I knew we'd find a way of grabbing one of the bank's killer softwares for ourselves. You see, every now and again, the bank would require their softwares to be tweaked and developed by the IT department, meaning that my friend would have direct access to that software for a short, limited window of time. Now, don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to persuade my friend to help me. At first he simply refused, but as time went by he also became more and more disillusioned by the greed and malpractices going on at the bank. Finally he made the decision he wanted in. The rest, my friend, was a cakewalk. We simply waited for the next opportunity, and as soon as the IT department got their hands on one of the bank's killer softwares, my friend got to work. And immediately cloned it. I couldn't believe it, but it really was that easy. Not long after that, my friend and I quit. We handed in our notices and walked away, with a killer piece of software in our back pockets. A software that we put to use for our benefit right away. Now, you'll appreciate that I have to be really careful about what I share with you and show you today. I would love to be able to show you things like my trading account and the trades that the software has made for me, but there's absolutely no way I can do that. It would simply be far too dangerous. But what I can do is show you this. Over the last 12 months, this incredible software, which my friend and I have named the Binary Redemption, has made me not one, not two, not even three, but over £4 million. That's over $6.5 million. It's made the exact same money for my friends and family too, and the best bit, the bank has absolutely no idea. Now, let's get down to business here. Because what you're thinking is, when can I start using this incredible software to make money for me? Well, to the right of this video is a link that will allow you to get free access to the Binary Redemption software. And you'll be able to start making the exact guaranteed winning trades that the huge banks are making immediately. But first, let me tell you why you're being given this opportunity. You see, these days I've got a lot of time on my hands. I mean, heck, I'm making millions of dollars on total autopilot. One day I was on this internet trading forum taking a look around, and I noticed a section named Online Trading Scams. So I clicked the link and I was amazed. I quickly found out that hundreds of honest everyday traders are being scammed not only by the banks, but by ruthlessly marketed websites which offer products that promise the world but delivered absolutely nothing. So I made a decision on the spot. I wanted to help. I'm already helping a handful of family and friends make huge cash. Now it's your turn. Let's make one thing clear though. I am going to have to limit the number of copies that I make available for one extremely good reason. Put simply, if too many people get their hands on this software, all making the same trades, then the bank may start to become suspicious, and I simply can't allow that to happen. Don't forget, there's absolutely no knowledge or experience needed here. The software runs entirely on autopilot and can make you a multi-millionaire within months. And there's nothing to